Okay, so now you've gone an extended period of time without electricity, and you've run out of water, you've run out of propane gas for your barbecue, or you've run out of charcoal. What do you do next? Well, I have different kinds of stoves that I can use, and I'm going to show you to see which one you prefer. For example, the easiest one and the cheapest one, other than taking some sticks and putting them together and lighting a fire, is this little camping stove. It's a backpacking stove, and it costs like $6 at Walmart, a very nominal price. This is what it looks like when it's folded up. All you do is you unfold it, and inside there's these white solid fuel tablets. There's 8 of them, and you can buy more separately. And there's different kinds of solid fuel too. But anyway, what you do with this is you open the stove itself, you take the fuel tablet, you put it in the center, light it up, and then you take your pots, for example, this one here. Since it's a small stove, you have to use something that's not too big, not more than 8 inches, I would say. But anyway, you just put it on top of the fire like that, and you get the water boiling, and you can cook. You know, add the water to make some soup or purify water, whatever you need. If the pot that you have is a little bit too small, what you do is you can close this up a little bit, and then you can put the pot on top. And if it's bigger and you want to make sure that it's stable, what you do is you open it even more, and it spreads it so that it holds a bigger pot, and it's still stable. When you use this kind of stove, make sure that wherever you set it, it's not something that can catch fire, just in case. And you never do any of these stoves indoors. The next stove I'm going to show you, it's, let me put this one away. The next stove is called a Striker stove. I really like that stove. So let me show you that one. So this is a Striker stove. Still brand new. I've only lit it once, and I boil water with it. Still has the tags on it. This Striker stove is following the sample of a Jetboil stove, which is going to look almost like this, except it's maybe 2 or 3 times more expensive. The Striker stove, I actually paid $59 for it, and it's an excellent value compared to a Jetboil. Now, it comes in a little bag like this, and inside you have this piece over here. That's the base. Then you have the actual burner, the actual stove burner. And what you do with this stove is you take one of these cans of propane, you screw it onto the stove itself, like that. Then you take the base, you spread the legs to stabilize the stove, see, like that. And you set the canister in the middle, and that is nice and stable. Then what you do is, this has handles. What you do is you set your pot for the Striker. By the way, there's a little groove here and some dimples on the side to lock it in place. There you go, and now it's locked. So you boil your water here. With this stove, I boiled water almost 2 cups in less than 2 minutes. So it's very fast, very efficient. You can either, if you have a portion for one person, you can make your soup right here, or if you want to boil water for consumption, you can do so and then transfer it to your canteen of water. Or if you want to, you're cooking something else, you can use a larger pot, boil the water, pour it into the other pot. Works really easy. It has a valve over here to control the intensity of the flame, and it has a little gray button here where you push it and it sparks the burner, starting the fire. I think when I used it, it started on the very first try, and then you control the fire with the valve. Very efficient. The way that this works is it has vents on the side, which it prevents wind, for example, from blowing out the flame, and at the same time it concentrates the heat in the bottom. Now, one attachment that this stove has is an optional attachment like that, and it's a pot adapter. And you spread out these legs and you just put them in the slot like that. And what happens now, you can take a larger pot and put it on and you still have the space for the flame and the heat to go out the sides, and the flame is going to be directly on the pot. And you can use up to 8 inches diameter, a pot of about 8 inches in diameter. If you just want to simmer something where you don't want direct heat on it, but you want to keep it simmering, this attachment goes on top, and all you do is you lay it like that, and it prevents the heat from hitting directly under the pot, and it just kind of dissipates the heat a little bit, making the food to simmer instead of just cooking. Very neat stove. I really like it a lot, and it all goes into this little bag when you put it away, except the canister, of course. The canisters are very inexpensive. I think you can get 3 for $10, or something like $3 and some change for each canister. And believe it or not, you can actually refill them if you want to, although it's not recommended. There is a technique to refill them.